We are live on Lake TV for today's annual Dogwood Festival Parade here in Camdenton, Missouri. William Holtz here broadcasting today's parade, and it is windy, as you can probably hear. Hopefully I don't blow away. Luckily, I've put on a few pounds to help me stay here. All right, so today's parade on Lake TV presented by SRG Financial Advisors and brought to you by the Camdenton Area Chamber of Commerce, O'Sullivan Bruce Group, Millard Family Chapel, Slumberland at the Lake, and Gerry Phillips. Movement Mortgage, that's Gerry with a G. So first we have our Camdenton Police Department getting us started here today. That's Police Chief Jeff Beecham. Next up, we have the Mid-County Fire Protection District with 2 of their fire trucks. Next up is, as you can see here, we're right at Scuttlebutts, broadcasting live on Lake TV. Thanks for tuning in as we're getting started here this beautiful windy Saturday afternoon. Hope you're out and about, and if you're at home watching, we appreciate you tuning in. That is the Camden County Ambulance District right there. They were established in '04 in contracts with Mercy Hospital out of Springfield. Next up, Northwest Fire Protection District. We see the engine and the tanker. The Northwest Fire Protection District was organized in 1993. They cover 180 square miles within 5 different fire stations. They respond to 325 emergency calls per year. The fire chief there is Annette Sharp, so good work, Northwest Fire. Next up, it's the Osage Beach Fire Protection District. Nice engine there, you see. They were formed in 1964, and they became the Osage Beach Fire Protection District in 1984. Next up, Sunrise Beach Fire Protection District. They were created in 1959, and they cover 63 square miles. The fire chief is Joseph LaPlante in Sunrise Beach. Next up, we're going to have the Camden County Sheriff Department. As we have a great crowd here in Camdenton today, a little bit of a delay as the Sheriff Department wants to make a grand entrance. So again, if you guys are watching today on Lake TV, our broadcast presented by SRG Financial Advisors, home of the mile marker formula. Bill and Janice Lacasse over there are top-notch. Get you squared away and set for retirement. Also, shout out to Slumberland at the Lake, Camdenton Area Chamber of Commerce, Millard Family Chapels, and Gerry Phillips with Movement Mortgage. That's Gerry with a G. Let's see if this guy's got an arm over this way. They got the football lined up. He's throwing southpaw as the Camden County Sheriff's Department continues. And I'm sure you hear the wind, stuff blowing all over out here, and it's picking up as the afternoon or the morning progresses. Continuing on, the Camden County Sheriff's Department, they got their Hummers with their, I guess that's, okay, Max Creek and school resource officer. I don't know what that tiger is. Climax Springs, maybe? I don't think so. I know that's the Max Creek Pirates, and behind that we have the color guard presentation of the flag presented by the Camdenton Junior ROTC. Festivities on all day long. Of course, we've got our royalty coming up from this year's annual Dogwood Festival. Our prince, our princess, all of the royalty. So make sure you guys come see them. There's also the carnival tonight. A lot of festivities going on to round out the weekend. The Dogwood Festival, a mainstay here in Camdenton, Missouri. appreciate you guys tuning in. And Lake TV, a little bit of technical difficulties. We're not on Facebook initially, trying to get on there. I think we're good, and got our camera receiver setting up now. So good work by Megan Albers and Ricky Smith. Megan Albers and Andrew Evans. Ricky Smith, he's out of town, and he is our technical genius. So first we got the Grand Marshal of this year's parade. That's Daphne Jeffries. Daphne, thanks for being here. The Camdenton Chamber of Commerce is pleased to present this year's Dogwood Festival Grand Marshal to Daphne Jeffries. Daphne is a member of the Camden County Historical Society, and her passion for sharing our community history was the perfect fit for this year's Dogwood Festival theme, Small Town Proud. Daphne is accompanied today with fellow members Gloria Herman and Chairman of the Board, Noreen Albers. Of course, next up, the Camdenton High School Marching Band, along with the 8th grade Camdenton Band. It's the Pride of the Lake Marching Band. And familiar sound for those of you who frequent Bob Shore Stadium or the Jaws of Death for Friday Night Lights. You probably hear this sound often. It is the Pride of the Lake Marching Band. Very decorated, very accomplished group of young men and women here. That is the Pride of the Lake Marching Band. And not just that, this color guard, unbelievable. In Camdenton, they'll move you to tears. Well, I can tell you they've moved me to tears before. Not even kidding. Don't know why I told you that. Our kids are our future, and our future looks bright. A lot of individuals interested in the arts today, and you see an impressive amount of students out for band at Camdenton. As we look at the band, we get ready for this year's royalty. They're gracing us with their presence after being crowned, and should be real neat here as we look at them all lined up. First up, it is going to be Miss Dogwood 2022 Destiny Drake. Impressive looking crown. Wow. Then we've got Little Miss, Teen Miss, and Junior Miss Dogwood. Several more Dogwood royalty we'd like to acknowledge in today's parade. Little Miss Dogwood is Scarlett Aruz, Junior Miss Dogwood, Brooklyn Davis, and Teen Miss Dogwood, Brooklyn Hanks, and the People's Choice went to Blair Rice. Then we also see some of our runner-ups, Caitlin Lum in the parade as well. Some great looking candidates here for Miss Dogwood. Cars are looking good as well, and Camdenton just such a great area. See a lot of different organizations and civic groups on display today, participating even in the wind. That's Jasmine Wilkes you see right there on camera. Next up, it's going to be the Dogwood Princess, Ashland Fisher, in the nice pickup truck there. And with the wind, I'm sorry, folks, it's blowing awful heavy. There's Little Miss Dogwood, Scarlett Aruz. And that's a nice-looking Hummer she's in as well. As we see some candy flying, we see the drone in the air, and now the wind has stopped just slightly. We'll take the break. There's our People's Choice I was telling you about, Miss Blair Rice, the 2022 Miss Dogwood People's Choice, Blair Rice. Then, of course, up next is Junior Miss Dogwood, Brooklyn Davis. Congratulations to Brooklyn for being here, or for winning, and for being here. We thank her. And there's also Teen Miss Dogwood, Brooklyn Hanks as well. Great looking vehicles accompanying our royalty this year. We're broadcasting live from Scuttlebutts in Camdenton off the square. They're open today, so if you're out and about later and you happen to be watching, come by and see Scuttlebutts. Tell them you saw them on Lake TV's parade broadcast. They hooked us up with internet today. We certainly appreciate our friends here for taking care of us, getting us all squared away. So Scuttlebutts, the place to be in Camdenton today. Come by, have a cold one, grab some grub. All right, as we move on, now the royalty is gone. We have Lake Park Senior Center coming up. Life is good at Lake Park Senior Living. They're focused on being active and engaged in their community. Their residents possess peace of mind and great enjoyment. This year's Senior Dogwood King and Queen are Freddie Davis and Jeannie Blair. And you see them there now in that red vehicle, I believe. Yeah, that's our senior royalty. Again, that's Freddie Davis and Jeannie Blair, the senior royalty this year. Real cool. So the royalty has officially completed now that we have our senior Miss and senior Mister. Now it's time to look for some political candidates. And first up, it's your current presiding commissioner, Greg Hasty. Boy, a expensive campaign he looks to be running, my goodness. Re-elect Greg Hasty, record-setting economy, proven leadership is his slogan. Well, he might have some explaining to do here, Mr. Hasty, to all the fine folks of Camden County. And to take the attention off of that, our buddy Kevin Hilly with 1019 The Wave. You can listen to Kevin with the Morning Wake Up every morning, 8 to 10 on 101.9 The Wave. My man Kevin Hilly is awesome. Like I said, it's 1019 The Wave, the Morning Wake Up with Kevin Hilly. And then it's current prosecuting attorney Caleb Cunningham. His campaign tractor, you don't see that every day. You got the flag, you got the big banner up front, and then you got the cute little guy sitting with the driver of the tractor. It's hard to beat that. Then some classic cars as well. So impressive fleet here for presiding, or not presiding commissioner, but prosecuting attorney Caleb Cunningham. I think we could take a couple of those nice looking vehicles. Those things are nice. And there is prosecutor Caleb Cunningham right there. Impressive looking blazer. He also got the tennis shoes. Probably a smart move there with all the walking be doing today. We thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast live on Lake TV. It's your annual Dogwood Festival Parade. We're so glad to be here. It's a beautiful day. The weather's perfect. A little bit of wind, but nothing we can't handle here. I'm just afraid Megan might blow away out there on camera shooting all these individuals drive by. They're campaigning hard here. Man, they got a lot of help. So a little bit of gap, and KB, he's not here today with me because he's emceeing the Dogwood Festival for the city and the chamber up there on the square, but he'd be letting them hear it right now. He probably is letting them hear it down there about the gap here in the parade, and they're starting to catch up now. I think we've got about 150 campaigners here on behalf of Caleb Cunningham. They're catching up with the fleet. Come on now, guys. Let's keep it moving now. Come on. I had to fill in for KB. Typically, you know, he'd be moving it along, and he's not here to help us today. And now We're getting ready to get into the big dogs. It's Hewlett Chevrolet Buick GMC. Hewlett Chevrolet Buick GMC. They've been serving Camdenton and the entire Lake of the Ozarks since 1965. That's Jason Hewlett and family out there. www.shophewlett.com. Stop by and see them, or you can shop their entire inventory of new and used online from the comfort of your recliner on your smartphone. They make it super easy at shophewlett.com. That's one of their trucks right there, the Z, I believe, 71 Chevrolet. That thing is pretty. Probably not smart enough to figure out how to drive that baby, but I can certainly admire from a distance. Big shout out to Lake TV's Bobby Spicer here shooting today for the parade. You can catch Bobby Spice every Thursday through Sunday on Weekend at the Lake with Bob Spicer. He keeps you up in the know of all things going on around the lake, and if you watched this week, he told you all about this event, this parade, as well as everything else going on around the lake area. That's Bobby Spice. He says, thanks for the plug like only he could. That's Bob Spicer, longtime media guru from the Boston, Massachusetts area, down here at the lake with Lake TV for about the last 9 years. Big shout out to him. Well, I can tell you one thing, Andy, there in the truck. KB is not coordinating this parade because I've never seen as many gaps since I watched Michael Strahan on the morning show. This is unbelievable. Keep it moving now, folks. Come on along, come on along. Let's keep the parade moving. We need gap insurance. We'd be making a killing today. All right, so now back to some local candidates after we saw our friends at Hewlett Chevrolet. It's Nathan Patton, Camden County Commissioner. Boy, what a race that's set to be in the August election. Of course, the incumbent presiding commissioner, Greg Hasty, under fire for many, many things here recently, and we've seen 3 or 4 names thrown in the hat for presiding commissioner, and that is the most powerful and important position in the county, folks. You can tune in to Mic'd Up with William Holtz in early July as we're doing an expose on what the role of your presiding commissioner is and what they're supposed to be doing. After that, we'll take a look at the tenure of presiding commissioner Greg Hasty right here on Lake TV. Big shout out to Mitch Shields in Lake Regional. Mitch, not only a good man with Lake Regional, but a very talented musician. He was the 2019 Missouri's best male vocalist in the state of Missouri. Pretty humble guy, probably wouldn't hear him tell anybody that. And behind that, we have Colligan, the official water of What's Burning with Kevin KB Burns on Lake TV. Matt Phillips and his crew do a great job, and I'll tell you folks, I have them at the office, I've got them at the house, and they make it easy. I got that new dispenser with the hot and the cold water, so you got hot on demand, cup of noodles, hot chocolate, hot tea. It's like a easy peasy lemon squeezy, like lemon squeezy in your tea. Okay, anyway, next up it's Ingram's Power Wash. Check them out at ingramspowerwash.com. Impressive looking rig, and I would imagine they can wash just about anything your heart may desire for them to wash. Next up, it's Central Bank, voted best bank at the lake 18 years in a row. That's Central Bank with 4,316 locations conveniently located around the lake area. Check out Central Bank. I can tell you that's who we bank with at Lake TV. They are everywhere. Next up, another candidate, Heather Miller, Associate Circuit Judge, looking for re-election. Small Town Proud, today's theme, and she's got the big thing in the bed of the truck to signify that. That's Heather Miller for Circuit Court. Associate Circuit Court, I should say. We also have the Camden County Republican Club in front of them, walking. I don't know if I missed them. So Power Up VBS at Camdenton Bible Baptist Church, June 28th through the 30th. You'll want to check that out. I'm sure you can find them online. All kids 4 years through 12th grade are invited, and that's going to be June 28th through the 30th. It takes place 6 to 8 p.m. every night. All right, next up, we've got our friends with Keller Williams, Lake of the Ozarks Realty. Keller Williams, Lake of the Ozarks Realty is the largest, fastest growing real estate franchise in the world. Keller Williams is the forefront of tech, training, and culture. Now might be a good time to remind you, today's parade sponsored by O'Sullivan Bruce Group, Remax Lake of the Ozarks, the official real estate partner of Lake TV. Check out the monthly market update as we take a look at the Cave. Coming to the west side. Can't wait. We'll tell you all about it on our monthly market update for February. That's a week from today, Saturday. That debuts on all Lake TV platforms, so get ready for that. They'll also recap the first quarter numbers and tell you what to expect in this wild real estate market we've got moving forward. All right, next up, it is Citizens for Ryan Bridges. Bridges for Judge, and I'll tell you, I got to meet Ryan the other night at the Lake West Chamber annual dinner, and he was dressed real nice and saying hi, and that's his truck there. You hear that horn, and Jag Trans LLP with carrying his big banner in front. That's Ryan Bridges. Of course, he's a Republican candidate for Associate Circuit Judge, and he would appreciate your vote on August 2nd. Of course, the same day as that elections, that'll see the presiding commissioner's spot up for grabs that day. So make sure you are registered. Make sure you find out where your precinct is and where you need to go and vote. And if you need to, make arrangements to file an absentee ballot. But listen, your voice is heard at the local level by voting in elections far more than it is at the national level. Next up in the parade, it's Ozark Land. Ozark Land all over the place. You can see them right here, a mainstay in Camdenton. We're stopping for the best fudge in Missouri and really the Midwest, you could say. They're all over. That's Ozark Land. Road trip calories don't count. That's really my motto, too. We love to eat. Really, I think we all like to eat a little differently when we're on the road vacationing. And then again, I'm just a gelatinous slob, so. Oh, as we have another big gap here in the parade, we'll remind you about some of the content taking place right now on Lake TV. Of course, today following the parade, you can wait for 1 o'clock for a cup of coffee with myself and Uncle Chris. And boy, this week was a hard-hitting episode. We take a look at the lawsuit filed against the Camden County Sheriff's Department by former employee Bethany Bowen. Sexual harassment, discrimination, and other claims made in this court filing against the Sheriff's Department, against Sheriff Tony Helms, and former Deputy Chris Twitchell. So we talked about that lawsuit and some of those bullets. We also talked a little bit about former Alderman Klotzer's antics on his way out. Talk about the Bagnell Dam Bridge and will that ever reopen? Boy, so we roll up our sleeves and we hit hard this week on a cup of coffee. Again, every day, 8 a.m., 1 p.m., 1 p.m. And then, of course, you can check out the Community Spotlight on Lake TV presented by Central Ozarks Medical Center. And with that, our good friend Tyler Loftus from Ozark Homes sits down and talks with Chris Schneider. That should be great. And, of course, you all know about it. But want to remind you about what's burning with Kevin KB Burns, Missouri's #1 new TV or radio show in 2022. And it's a big one for an hour long each week. Airs 3 times a day, new episodes every Thursday. Some really cool stuff. So got an opportunity to tell you about some of that. You can also look forward to some new series on Lake TV this summer, one of which I'm super excited about is LOZ Featured Docks presented by Quick Cars Dock Cleaning. Some of the coolest, most custom docks on the water today at Lake of the Ozarks. We'll meet with the owners. We'll talk with them about the decision to buy, where they got it, why they made those modifications, and how they use their dock today. That'll be debuting on June 17th at 9 p.m. on Lake TV. So mark your calendars and get ready. And then, of course, the other exciting news is middle of May at the latest, maybe as soon as May 1st, the Lake TV streaming app hits your Google Play or Apple iTunes store. It's absolutely free. You can watch Lake TV from the palm of your hand 24/7 in HD. And here's the cool thing. You can also watch Lake TV on demand through the new streaming app. Watch your favorite show when you want it. and that is coming, like I said, early May to middle of May. Super excited about that. Lots of new around the corner. We'll keep you posted, and the best way to stay in the know is to plug into all Lake TV platforms. All right, now we get back to the parade. We are at Cradle to Crown. Daycare and Preschool now has 5 locations to serve. They offer infant, preschool, and after-school care locations in Camdenton, Osage Beach, and Lake Ozark. Looks like they've got a bunch of their kiddos out. And it's clear, you know, they might have taken a little longer to get up here. That might have mentioned the delay, but back to it. We appreciate you watching. Today's parade sponsored, brought to you live, presented by SRG Financial Advisors, brought to you by Slumberland at the Lake, O'Sullivan Bruce Group Remax, Lake of the Ozarks. Gerry Phillips with Movement Mortgage. That's Gerry with a G. And, of course, Millard Family Chapels in the Camdenton area Chamber of Commerce. All right, so after that, next up, we have Lake Area Storm Spotters, maybe the craziest individuals on the face of the planet. They go out and they track down and they face the storm face to face. Kind of wild. That is the Lake Area Storm Stoppers. You can provide, they provide information. You can tune into that on Facebook. It's LASS Storm Team. Search either of those on Facebook. Showtime Detail, I believe. Well, that's the 3rd place float. Not sure, but that was the 3rd place float, so congratulations. They've got the Vexus fishing boat following the being pulled by the Tahoe, but no information on that. After this, Lake TV is going to be headed out to the trap shoot in Lynn Creek. We're going to be shooting a feature on Crossover. Really cool annual event. Their goal is to abolish teen homelessness here at the lake, an overwhelming growing issue that Crossover has set out to tackle. And that event in September, the annual Crossover. And of course, today is their first annual trap shooting, clay shooting, fundraising event. You can check out features of that over the next couple of weeks on Lake TV, but check out Crossover on Facebook so you can find out how to get behind this awesome event, this awesome initiative, and be part of ending homelessness here at the lake. Next up, it's West Rock Orthodontics, Camdenton West Rock Orthodontics with Dr. Bowen right here in Camdenton. They do it all. Go get your braces, go get your Invisalign. I'm way past the point. I should have went and saw them like 20 years ago. And they're handing out beads, blue beads. Who doesn't love beads? Part of the parade, you get candy, a little sunshine, which is kind of hiding right now, and cap off the morning with some beads, baby. I love it. The impressive thing is how many families and kiddos out here today for the Dogwood Parade. Great to see. And next up in the Dogwood Parade, we've got one of our great organizations around the lake. It's Share the Harvest Food Pantry, helping feed the hungry. They're down 7 in Greenview, and they have a thrift store. They've got the food bank there as well. They've also got a greenhouse and teach people how to grow their own produce, providing them with seeds. So they take that helping those in need a step further. Shayna Abishan, the executive director out there, does an awesome, awesome job, and they're handing out candy galore here. Next up, it's the old Axe House, Levi and company are rocking it right down here off Old 5 out there past Jones Barbecue, or Smoking Jones Barbecue. And I'll tell you, they don't just have axes. They've got metal playing cards and stars and all kinds of cool stuff. They've got bags in there, and it's an absolute blast going there with a couple of friends or whole group, man. It is awesome. That's the old Axe House in Camdenton, and that's their travel trailer that you can actually rent and do axe throwing at your event. That's pretty cool as well. Next up, we got Bowman Bail Bonds, and of course they're endorsing Fozzie Simon for circuit judge of the 28th Circuit. And it's Camdenton Feed, Seed, and Supply, and check out the beautiful heifer they got on the back. Although that's got to be a bull with the, no, that's a female with horns, so I guess that's possible. Not sure my animal knowledge is up to speed. All right, next up, Larry's on the Lake. I think that's the Free Store, maybe. Oh, no, that's Lake Area Industries. Bedding plants, vegetable plants, flowers, perennials, hanging baskets, and more. Gifted Garments, Lake Area Industries. Place is incredible, unique, and I love going there. Small town, big hearts. Gifted Gardens with Lake Area Industries in Camdenton, right down there, real close with the Axe House as well. Kind of all in that same area off Old 5. Central Fitness, and obviously they are walking the walk and talking the talk. That guy in the red hat looks like he just did 5,000 pull-ups before walking in the parade, so very fitting. Wouldn't make sense to have me walking, endorsing a fitness company. People would probably be very confused. Now that makes sense though, I'll give you that. And they walk so fast because they're so fit, they left the parade float behind them, well behind them. Uh-oh, I think we might even have an award winner here. So maybe this float's been flaunting their award, and it's why they're a little bit late, because this is the second place float, and I believe it's Medical Missions for Christ. It is. It's Medical Missions for Christ Clinic with the second place float. Pretty awesome. Medical Missions for Christ serves the greater Lake of the Ozarks region. Patients are uninsured, underinsured, or lack of access to health care. Services included are medical, dental, chiropractic, optometry, and prescription assistance. Pretty awesome there. Next up, they're sophisticated, they're edgy, they're bold. They are your Lake of the Ozarks magazine. It's LO profile on newsstands all over the Midwest now. And of course, I cannot wait for their July-August issue in a couple of months. The Shootout Edition, Missy and her crew do a great job with that, so can't wait for that. Next up, Kayla Herney for Circuit Court. Get a sign right there. Kayla Henry for Camden County Circuit Court, endorsed by your circuit clerk, Joe McElway. And that is Kayla Henry, and you'll see another vehicle here. You saw the sign and a lot of walkers, and now you've got nice vehicle, a lot of individuals walking, and yeah, there's Joe McElway in the trailer, so nice endorsement. Man, what a turnout, a good time with a little break here to remind you all that today's Parade on Lake TV is presented by SRG Financial Advisors, home of the mile marker formula. Also a big shout out to Millard Family Chapels, Camdenton Area Chamber of Commerce, Slumberland at the lake, and Movement Mortgages, Gerry Phillips. That's Gerry with the G with Movement Mortgage. Big shout out to our sponsors making today's parade possible, and of course the cooperation and assistance from KC Cloak and the Camdenton Area Chamber of Commerce. Now, all we're missing now is Toto flying in and hitting one of us in the head. It is really blowing. Well, in case anyone's wondering about the delay, it's because Brian Walter decided to go out in the middle of the street and take a photo of Kayla Henry's sign. So just want to let everybody know watching that is the delay. There is a serious holdup here. Big shout out to our crew. We got Bobby Spice here shooting a feature. You got Megan Albers. She's running the camera in the street, and her and Andrew, they were working to get everything squared away just in time for today's parade. Appreciate them. They always work so hard. Andrew was here at like 5:30 this morning. He's out of control. He was very nervous without Ricky, so glad to see everything was pulled off. Great. I realized he got up at like 4, was doing yoga, got his 3 miles in, and was here early. Always challenging me to do a little more, so I appreciate that, Andy. Next up, it's Possum Puppies Wagon Inn coming soon. Now, Possum Puppies Wagon Inn LLC, dog boarding and daycare, supporting Save the Bees. Wagon Inn to their conveniently located doggy haven just on the outskirts of Camdenton. It's coming soon. Next up, we've got Lydia Porter for Camden County, presiding commissioner. Going to be an exciting race. We've seen a couple of the candidates so far that are challenging incumbent presiding commissioner Greg Hasty. Should be interesting. Next up, Camdenton, martial arts, fitness, respect, focus, self-control, and confidence. All things you can expect to learn when taking your martial arts training from Camdenton Martial Arts. Lake of the Ozarks, Habitat for Humanity, Restore. Check them out off of Keystone Business Drive in Camdenton. That's the Lake of the Ozarks, Habitat for Humanity, Restore. Habitat for Humanity, great organization. Hard to argue with the work they do there. And here is another candidate for presiding commissioner of Camden County. Really one of the local favorites here. That is Ike Skelton. Vote Ike Skelton for Camden County presiding commissioner. His sign reads, of course, owner of Skelton's Key and Lock. Should be interesting come election time. Oh, baby. Dependable Towing up next, and they got some of the Boy Scouts with them. That's Dependable Towing. Boy Scouts Troop 29. What a beautiful day. Now the sun's out and it is feeling good. The wind actually feels pretty nice. That's Boy Scouts Troop 29 here for today's Dogwood Festival Parade, organized by the Camdenton Area Chamber of Commerce. Beautiful, beautiful Saturday, and boy, we can see this weekend the influx of people around the lake coming in from 54, coming in from Lebanon area. Boy, I'll tell you what, it was busy out and about Thursday and Friday, and it is even busier today. We absolutely love the season being underway. We love all the visitors, we love all the tourists, and we love all the events getting up. Patriots for Rydell, Missouri State Senate District 6. And he's got a superhero on the back of his truck. I know that can't be the guy running. He doesn't look old enough to be out of high school, let alone running for office. But if that's him, boy, he is a young-looking candidate, and he is not afraid to put himself out there. Look at him. Next up, affordable heating and cooling and straight ace collision repair. Check them out. And that's a cool-looking Bulldog towing Lake of the Ozarks truck. That's neat. It's an old classic with a few Corvettes coming up. Not sure if this is the Corvette or Camaros. Not sure if this is a club or what. And actually, I better look at Andy and find out what kind of cars these are. Oh, this is a Mustang, a mock Mustang, whatever that means. Hey, that's a Thunderbird, I'm pretty sure. Okay, a Trans Am. Same thing, Andy? A Thunderbird and a Trans Am, not the same thing, is it? My knowledge on cars now is... Okay, very good. Ford and Pontiac, and those aren't the same things either, correct? Andrew Evans always keeping it real with me, keeping me on the up and up, thank goodness. This is gonna be a local church up next. We are all the way down to Straight Ace Paint Shop, affordable heating and cooling, and this is New Beginnings Church with a little praise and worship for us. New Beginnings Church, located at 97 Monroe. They're a small church with a warm family of believers, and they welcome you to come worship with them every Sunday at 10:30. This is Rachelle Christensen for prosecutor for Camden County. She is a strong candidate for prosecutor. That is Rachelle Christensen, currently Judge Rachelle Christensen, and she is awesome. Giving us a wave over here. I can tell you one thing, that is who I will be voting for, Rachelle Christensen, August 2nd for prosecutor. Osage Beach search and rescue. Now these brave individuals, they have to get out in some of the most stressful and tough situations, and they do a phenomenal job. That is our search and rescue for Osage Beach, and they're highly trained canines. Wow. And they've got infrared drones and digital mapping and different technology to find lost individuals, so really cool. Next, it's Security Finance. They've been helping customers for over 65 years, provide safe and easily installed loans to their local communities in Camdenton, and they're located next to AT&T. Elect Chris Franken, Camden County presiding commissioner. His float next is Whisper Internet. Whisper, get whisper.com internet phone. That's Whisper Internet. Next up, it's Sundown Home Solutions, heating, cooling, and plumbing, serving the entire lake area. Boy, a lot of candidates in today's parade. Of course, you can see with the upcoming election. This is Dr. Lisa Thomas, our current state rep right here, the incumbent. She is running again, and she'd appreciate your vote. The Disciples Car Club is up next. They've got the 1956 Ford Thunderbird and a 1956 Ford Fairlane, as well as a 1950 Ford Custom. which originally came from family in Texas, as has been loved by their family for many years. So pretty cool story there, passed down and continued to improve and restore, so you love that. And next up, it is another candidate for Camden County Circuit Clerk-elect Karen Clopton. Cute little kiddos on the float. That's Karen Clopton. Next up, it's the VFW Post 5923 and Ladies Auxiliary in Camdenton. They serve you proudly, and they're in today's parade. We certainly appreciate them being here today. Next up, if you haven't heard of them, you want to, it's Young Life, Lake of the Ozarks. Young Life, a cool place for your kids to hang out with good influence and a good environment. Young Life, they've got their annual golf tournament coming up on May 1st. That's right around the corner. That is Lake of the Ozarks Young Life, or Young Life Lake of the Ozarks. Their goal is to reach every kid, everywhere, for eternity. Camden County Collector Teresa Murray, Camden County Collector's Office is next. It's Inspired Brushes up next. Inspired Brushes offer traveling paint parties for all ages and stages of painters. They also offer studio space and just released their summer art camp for the kiddos. You want to check them out. That's Inspired Brushes. And there is Spirit FM. We love the folks at Spirit FM, of course. We got our talented digital media specialist. She does about everything. She's on camera, she edits, she shoots, she produces, she directs. And she also does social media. She does visual and graphic design. She does it all. That's Megan Albers, and she's a real blessing to us. So we appreciate Spirit FM not fighting us too hard, because could have got bloody quick. Now open Mega Paws Doggy Daycare and Mega Paws. They are awesome. Check out their feature on What's Burning with Kevin KB Burns. That was another one Megan organized and produced and shot and edited and facilitated. She makes KB's job pretty easy. Now it's the Lake of the Ozarks Shriners Club. To be one, just ask. Lake Ozark Shrine.club. And these guys are awesome. Lake of the Ozarks Shrine Club. They always get out in these little vehicles and come around. We always love the Shriners. I remember these guys from when I was a kid in like 95 and 96, like 5 and 6 years old, going to parades. Always loved seeing the Shriners. A lot of times you'd even get clowns out there with them. So the Lake of the Ozarks Shrine Club, got to love it. The wind is really picking up now. Now those Shriners might have had a little too much fun before getting out there. They are out of control, baby. Just the way we like to see it. Lake of the Ozarks Shrine Club. Laclede County Shrine Club with them as well. Abu Ben Adem Go-Karts. And then it's the Lynn Creek Masonic Lodge, chartered in 1855. Then following that, you've got the Lake of the Ozarks Corvette Club. And the Corvette Club continues all the way back. You've got Scott's Concrete coming up, then you've got a whole bunch more Corvettes. So we're just getting started. The Shriners, actually, you know, these aren't even the Corvette Club. This is still the Shriners. They're all just in Corvettes. Boy, talk about throwing us for a loop. Abu Ben Adem Go-Karts in Springfield, Missouri with the Shriners Club from Laclede County. And then also, yes, it's the Adu Ben Adam Shrine Corvette Club that we just saw there. And next up, you're going to have Scott's Concrete.
You're doing a great job, brother.
Up next, you've got 3 floats with them, and then they're going to be followed by the Corvette Club following. Got to give a big shout out to my buddy Hog Steve Wickham right there. You see him on camera. He has been with our friends at Scott's Concrete for a long, long time. Scott, Martin, and Jane Martin, his mother, they just do such a great job, not just in the concrete business, but they are all about giving back. They give more than they get on an annual basis, and they always challenge us to do more, be more, and continue to give as much as you get. That's Scott, Martin, his mom, Jane. They are pretty special individuals. Then you got Scott's Disposal and Greenworks. They said, listen, if we're this good at concrete, I wonder if we could be pretty good at trash service. We shall see. Next up, the Corvette Club, followed by the Jeep Club. The Corvette Club and the Jeep Club back to back. Of course, this is getting very close towards the end of today's, I believe, 71st annual Dogwood Festival this year. Parade on beautiful Saturday right here in Camdenton, Missouri. We're broadcasting live on Lake TV from Scuttlebutts right here in Camdenton. Come by and see them. They were kind enough to hook us up. That's Scuttlebutts in Camdenton. They got cold beer, great eats. Come by and see them. They'll be here all day, conveniently located right off the Camdenton Square, directly, or kind of catty corner from Signal gas station and right next door to the pharmacy, I believe. So we're getting a good look at these Corvettes. Then we got the Jeeps, and I believe it's going to be Ed's One Stop Yard Materials and Landscaping. That's going to round it out. A big shout out to KC Cloak in the Camdenton Area Chamber of Commerce for making today possible. Big shout out to everyone who participated. A big shout out to Megan Albers with us shooting camera, getting us ready. Big shout out to Andrew Evans, our director of photography, switching and helping get us ready under a little bit of stressful circumstances, but just like always, they came through in the clutch. Also, Bob Spicer with Weekend at the Lake out here shooting for his weekend feature. And then our sponsors making today possible. Our broadcast right here live on Lake TV, presented by SRG Financial Advisors, home of the mile marker formula. We've also got Gerry Phillips with Movement Mortgage. That's Gerry with a G, as well as Slumberland at the Lake. Their friends and family sale going on now, so go by and see them. Of course, we can't forget about Millard Family Chapels. Of course, we've got a couple minutes left here as we get ready, but don't forget Cup of Coffee with Will and Chris set to come on today at 1 o'clock following the parade, so make sure you stay in there. And then, of course, you'll get Weekend at the Lake with Bob Spicer right after that at 2 o'clock. Then get ready for What's Burning with Kevin KB Burns at 5 p.m. tonight. It's all happening anywhere you get your Lake TV, and get ready for that streaming app coming soon to your Apple iTunes store and your Google Play Store. I'm William Holtz with Lake TV. It's been an honor and a pleasure. I hope you guys have just an awesome weekend as we get ready to round this parade out. Don't forget to come by and see the folks at Scuttlebutts, and make sure you get out if you have time. That trap shoot event for crossover out there at the Lynn Creek Trap Shoot Association is going on now, and we're going to get out there. Megan, KB, and I, should be a great time. We'll hope to see you. So as I promised, it's Ed's Landscaping One Stop. They got all your materials from your big machines to all of your mulch and your rocking. I mean, they really got it all right there in Camdenton, kind of right outside of Camdenton before you get into Osage Beach right there after you go up and down that big hill, kind of in Lynn Creek, if you will. And then they're followed by the Ozarks Amphitheater. Boy, that lineup is out of control, and we're not far away. We're just a couple of weeks away from REO Speedwagon, Styx, and George Thorogood, May 11th, that Wednesday. Holy crud, you talk about a night of talent on one stage. Get your tickets now at ozarksamp.com, and I would highly recommend you sign up for their exclusive fan club. You'll get tickets, opportunity to buy your tickets 24 hours before they go on sale to the general public, and they'll also hook you up with the inside scoop on how you could save your ticket fees by buying them at Bridal Cave, Split Arrow Boutique, or on location at the Amphitheater's ticket office. Looks like we got a horse and maybe one more float, a few ponies in the back. So once again, folks, what a beautiful day here for the 71st annual Camdenton Dogwood Festival. This has been our parade, and we're glad you got to join us. Last time, thanking our sponsors all over the place. I'm William Holtz with Lake TV. I'm going to sign off and let you enjoy the rest of today's parade. You see the ponies, you see the horses. Until next time, my folks, have a great weekend, and God bless you.